Hey everybody, Nags here. I'm finally coming to you guys with episode 9. I just want to give you guys a huge apology for the delay. It's been almost 3 weeks since I uploaded a video. Um, the reason for that, last month on the 20th, I actually moved to a new house, and then I didn't have internet until the 29th. And then when I did record, it was a really crappy video, wasn't worth keeping, so I scrapped it and I recorded again on the 6th when I had time to. And while I was recording, I actually lost power. So now here we are a week later. I finally have time to actually get a video in again because I've just been busy with the new house and everything. So today we're going to finally get a video in for you guys as long as everything works out correctly. Um, Plan is today that we're going to do our first crafting object. We're going to just make a basic generic one based off of a campfire. We're not going to make one that can be upgraded today. We'll cover that in the next video. Um, as you can probably imagine, I have a pretty good grasp on how to go about doing it because I've done it twice now for this video. But before I get into that, excuse me, I want to show you guys something somebody showed me in Discord chat. Um, in your uh, modding area, you'll notice I have a new folder here called mod env. This is actually just a direct copy of the vanilla assets for the game, everything, not just the assets, but the entire game. The reason I've done this is because you can actually come in here. I'm actually on Windows 64, and you can start this just like this, and it will load the game, but it won't have any mods in it. I've got the tutorial mod in there, but like it won't use your I can't even think of what it is. The come on, Steam workshop. It won't use your workshop mods. So that way you don't have to uninstall your workshop mods if you're having incompatibilities or you're not sure what issues you're having, if they're yours or if they're from another mod. So I would highly recommend that you guys do this. Go make a new folder, copy the actual game over, and then you can just put your mod in here to test it. And I'm going to delete that because it's from the old video. Okay, so to get back to where we were, there are two things that we're going to do right away. We're going to first create a new folder in our root directory, and we're going to call this interface. And inside of here, we are going to make two more folders. First one is going to be called object crafting, and the next one will be window config. And we'll leave that alone for now. Next, we're going to come over here to the crafting. And what we'll do is we'll do tm crafting. And then the next folder will be the name of whatever you want to call your crafting station. I'm just going to call this crafter. Keep it simple. And then we can open that up. Next, you want to come over to your Starbound assets that you've got unpacked, wherever you've decided to keep those. And you want to go into your objects, and you want to go to crafting, and you want campfire. There's only two things we want from here, campfire.object and campfire.frames. We're not going to take the image files or the lit frames because we won't be making ours give off light. The reason why we don't need the images is because I've already got some made for you guys. and I'll have that available in the download below. Okay, so to get started, go ahead and rename both of these to whatever you decide to call your crafting station. For me, it's Crafter. So I'll just go ahead and rename both of these. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and open this up with Atom. I don't know, something's up with my Atom. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, so in here you'll see a whole lot of stuff, and first things first is I'm going to go through and remove everything that we don't need or change stuff. So change campfire to crafter. We're going to change the colony tags to crafting. We're going to leave this to open crafting interface. Here you'll see it says config interface window config crafting campfire. We're going to just change this to crafting, crafter, filter, crafter. Description, for now I'm just going to do my dots. Short description here real quick. I wanted to show you guys something. You'll see here it's got a up arrow, which is shift 6 or command 6, or not even, I don't even know. I'm going to stop trying to give you guys the Mac version. But and then it's got the color orange there, followed by I can't remember if it's colon or semicolon now. Pretty sure it's semicolon. But then it's got campfire, and then it's got another up arrow with white. What this is doing is it's changing the name of campfire to orange, and then all the following text after is white. If you didn't have the white here, everything after would be orange as well. You guys can do any generic color here that, like red, blue, yellow, green, black, white, whatever. But you can also open your pixel edit, and once it opens here, I have to make a new document here real quick. You can grab this color here, these last 6 numbers that will appear, everything after the FF. So like I could put this specifically and get that color of red, or I could grab this shade of yellow or this hue of purple and just grab those last 6 characters there, and I could paste that in where it's got orange or white to get that color. Pretty nifty. For now, I'm just going to leave it as orange, and we're going to put crafter here. We're going to get rid of the radio message. We're going to get rid of the maximum liquid level. What that's saying is if there's water on the ground, it's going to break the object. For the object, or for the description, I'll just come back later and put in the dots. You guys can do whatever you want. We don't have light, so we don't have flicker, and we're not a fire, so we won't have particles, so we don't need any of this or that. So we can start here and all the way up to the end of our descriptions. Delete. Inventory icon, we're going to change this to crafter icon. Orientations, we are going to grab this bottom orientation up to the colon there, and or not colon, but comma, and delete those. Sound effects, we're going to get rid of that because we're not, actually, I believe, yeah, we're going to, from the comma down to here. Yes. Yeah, get rid of all that because we don't need it. Okay. So to get into this a little bit better, we need to go ahead and shift end there and delete all that. And then, no, I did it wrong. That's all right. We're going to bring this back. We don't need this. There. And we're going to change campfire to crafter. And need to put dual and then capitalize the I there for dual image. Okay, so now we need to change frames. The image I'm giving you guys only has one frame, so we can change it to one. We don't really need to change the animation cycle, but I'm just going to make a default of one. And then next we need to get into spaces. I'm going to just copy in some code from the previous video, well, from the previous time I tried to record this, and then I'm going to explain it to you guys. Okay, so our crafting table that I've made for you guys, this dude, is 3 blocks tall and 4 blocks wide, and 1 block is 8 by 8 pixels. So the way this is working is your first number is going to be from left to right, and next number is up and down. And this is basically doing a grid. This is declaring a grid space of what area the object is going to actually take up, so that you can't place stuff in this area. So this is going to be the bottom left corner, and this one over down here is the top right corner. You don't have to lay it out the way I did. You can do it however you want in any order. It doesn't matter. I just did it this way. So like starting zeros, starting 1, starting 2, starting 3, starting 4. And it only goes up to 3 because it's only 3 blocks tall. Okay, so that should be it for this, I do believe. Just double checking here. Looks right. Next, open crafter frames. And we need to change the size here. For that, I'll have to open Pixel Edit again. But we can also, while we're waiting for that, delete all of these. So we just have default 0. And we can change the dimensions to 1 by 1. Open Pixel Edit here. Grab our image, paste it in here, single tile. And the only reason I opened this was so I can get the dimensions off this again. I believe it's 46 by 26, yeah, or 45 by 26. Okay. Discard. So that one should be 26, and this one should be 45. We can hit Control S to save that, and that is good. And what we can do now, we can minimize this, and these guys are all good. So we can come back to the root directory, open our interface, and we'll go object crafting for now. And we'll come back to unpacked assets, go to interface, look for object crafting, and then you have campfire. And you'll see here you got a couple different campfire things here. We're not overly worried about any of these ones in particular. We don't need to change any of these. So we're just going to copy this and paste it in here. Next, we'll come back and go to, hold on, I believe, okay. Go to window config, and we're looking for crafting campfire. And we'll copy this one, paste it in here, and we'll just rename the campfire part to crafter. And there are dogs outside barking. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I sure hope not. There's one thing else I need that I'm not 100% sure on where it's at. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a search for campfire. And I am looking for this image right here. And just so I can find out where it is at for you guys, I'll hit open file location. And that is under interface crafting. So under there, you're going to find campfire body. So we're going to go ahead and copy that image. We'll come back here and we'll make another folder and we'll call it crafting. And we're going to paste this in here. And we'll just rename this one to crafter body. And what we're going to do, actually, the reason I want to change or copy it is because it's got this, but that one's not going to work for the way I want to use it. So, excuse me. I just wanted to see if they had a generic crafting. Oh, they do right here. Okay, so never mind. We'll just disregard that step. We'll just use crafting body. Okay, so you can delete that crafting folder. We don't need it. If you come in here, rename this one to crafter or to whatever you decide to call yours, and then we'll go ahead and open it up. Hit Control Shift J, and everything in here says campfire, header, body, whatever. If you guys want to make your own special images for each one, that is completely up to you. You can do it. It does not matter. The only things we need to do in here, though, is we're going to change cook to craft. And we need to change. That is it, actually. So that one's good. And then we're going to come to window config, open this guy. And then we need to change stuff in here. Let's see, we have crafting header, campfire body, which we are going to change to crafting body so that it doesn't have the chef's hat. And then change the title to crafter. And we'll just change campsite cooking to modded, oops, I can't spell, modded crafting. And then you'll see here under window title, it's got this culinary arts image. If you open up your interface crafting folder, you can find the culinary arts one in here. There it is. It's the chef's hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change it to the crafting icon here. So we just have to come back and replace this with crafting icon. If you guys want to make your own or use a different one in that folder, go for it. If you make your own, I believe it's just a 16 by 16 image. We don't need to worry about this because there are no upgrades for this. We need to change recipe here to, actually, I think that can, yeah, we'll change it to blueprint or blueprints. Change dish to product. And I believe that is all, but we're just going to double check here before we exit out. That does indeed appear to be it. So now we are good to go ahead and test. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an error, as it's been a while since I've actually had a chance to mod. So we'll go ahead and paste that in there. And we'll go ahead and start up our mod environment game, our testing environment, and see how well this works. No crash, so that's good. Just gonna grab all that. And inventory, get rid of you, and you. Admin, spawn, item, crafter. Whoops. Heh. See, it's been so long since I've actually done this that I don't remember what I'm doing. So there's our table. There's the image. It's working. I press E, it opens up the inventory. And if I come over here and I put these guys back up here and I try and build where this is, it should not let me build anywhere. It looks like we could probably go one more over with it and make it 5 wide and probably one less across the top, making it only 2 tall. But otherwise it is working the way that it is intended. So next we need to go ahead and exit out of the game and come back to our mod, go into objects, crafting, crafter, grab your crafting object. I should already have that open, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay. So in here, grab all of this code right here, hit Control C on it, put a comma there, and paste in this. And then where it says left here, type in right. And that's really the only change we're going to make. And what that's supposed to do is make it so that if you try and place it on one side, it's going to flip the image and vice versa. You know what? We'll go ahead and do this. I should be getting rid of these commas. And I accidentally got rid of the closing bracket there. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll hit enter here. I just want to show you guys how to do this. So then it's going to be 5, 0, comma, 5, 1, 5, 2. And that is it. And we can actually just go ahead and copy that to replace over here. So now it's only going to be 2 tall, but it's going to be 5 wide. It just takes some messing around with to get it perfect. I believe, oh yeah. Okay, so then we'll minimize that. And next, we're going to come back to our root. We're going to go to our recipes. And in our tin chair recipe, edit with Atom. No, open with Atom. We can change it from crafting furniture to crafter. Hit Control S to save. And then we can just go ahead and come back to our mods folder, grab that guy, open our test environment in here, delete that, paste in our new one, and we'll go ahead and test this out again. Should always load up pretty quick when you're using just your test environment because it's not loading multiple mods now. It's just loading the base game with your single mod. Open this up. If I can now put that across the top there. It is just right over it. But now it looks better. Fits in there perfect. And should does not rotate. But if we come in here, we'll see the chin chairs in there. We can, oop, it says prepare. So we'll have to figure out where it shows prepare in the settings. Might actually just be a button in here. Doesn't look like it. See if I can't figure it out real quick. Should be in that one, which I have open, right? No. Huh. Yeah, I did. Okay. Prepare. Okay. So then you can just change this to craft. Oops. And that will change that from prepare to craft. And that is it, you guys. That is all we're going to do today. Next video, I want to put in tabs to show you how you can sort out each thing in individual tabs. And we will also cover upgrading the station into a new one. We'll try and fit in the upgrading. We might have to scoot that over to the next video. I can't really say for sure yet, but we'll definitely aim to have it in the next video. I'm glad I could finally get this out for you guys. I'm also going to be releasing a video that shows how I have Atom set up. It shows you how you can get it installed and everything, and then how I make it so that when I open a new file, I can just hit a quick shortcut and it changes the syntax detector into JSON. And it will also cover how I do. You'll see I've got a red dot here and it says I've got an error now. It'll cover how I got that to work. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give it to me. I'm going to give you a pretty simple assignment. All I want you guys to do is get all of our current objects that we've made craftable into the crafter or into your crafting station. And that is it, you guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.